Hi everyone, this is Mindy Eggen for Tailored Expressions, and in today's video, I have two card projects to share with you featuring both the Doggone Cute kit and the Meow and Furever kit. First, let's take a look at the supplies I'm using today. So, I'm going to be using the Meow and Forever background stamp, stencil, and cutting plate. I'm also going to be using the foilable pack that coordinates with it, and then the Doggone Cute background stamp, stencil, cutting plate, and foilables. Additional supplies I'm using is the Arch Stacklets, the Tweed background, and the Shiplap background. Ink colors are papaya, blue cheese, oat milk, Earl Grey, Oreo, toffee, peaches and cream, persimmon. For the rest of my supplies, I'm going to be using my teal misty, thin foam squares, my foam strips. I have my magic shim to do some foiling, and I have the champagne fun foil, water droplet bottle, bleed proof white ink, a paintbrush for splatters. And then I do have a few pairs of scissors. Some are going to be used to cut my foil. I have my scotch tape runner and also a repositionable tape runner, reverse tweezers, stamp cleaner, post-it tape, my glass board, and also my glass board buddy. I'll be ink blending with my detail blending brushes that I keep in my detail blending brush storage case. I'm going to use the mini mink machine, and cardstock is sugar cube, papaya, and blue cheese. I'm going to start by creating my background, and I'm starting with the Meow and Forever background stamp. I have my Misty tool set up with the foam insert removed, and starting with a piece of sugar cube cardstock that's cut to 4.5 by 5.5. I'm placing that down in the Misty. I lined up my background stamp, and then I'm going to ink it up with the Oreo ink. This will provide us with the outlines for our cats. Next, I'm going to add some repositionable tape to the back of my cardstock and secure that down to my glass work surface. I'll start with the first layer of the stencil, which is labeled in the bottom corner, and I'm going to secure that down with post-it tape, lining up those squares on the left and right hand side to get the perfect alignment. For this first layer of the stencil, I'm going to ink blend all of the cats with the Persimmon ink. The whimsical and playful design of the cats really allows you to experiment and have fun with color. Now I'm lining up the second layer of the stencil, once again lining up those squares in the left and right hand side. And I'm going to come in again with a detail blending brush and the peaches and cream ink. Once all of those open areas are filled in, I can remove the second layer of the stencil and line up the third layer, which is going to be filled in with toffee ink. I like to pick up my ink with my detail blending brush and then tap off on my glass work surface just to remove any excess ink and come in with a lighter hand to just vary that color. The background stamp provided some paw prints in between the cats, but I'm going to use the coordinating cover plate, line that up over the images, and die cut out all of my cats. So now I can make lots of cards with this, or if I left it in place, I could have just created one full panel. While I have all my supplies out, I'm going to go ahead and create my background and my critters for the Doggone Cute set. So again, I have a piece of cardstock that's cut to 4.5 by 5.5 placed down in my Misty tool. I'm going to stamp the Doggone Cute background in Oreo ink as well. I lined up these squares on the left and right hand side once again with layer one of the stencil, starting with an Earl Grey ink and the detail blending brushes. I like having a nice dark color of ink and a light color of ink to really show contrast between the colors. So for the second layer of the stencil, I am going to be using oat milk. Because it is such a light color, you may need to go over it multiple times. To add that pop of color, I'm going to use the third layer of the stencil using blue cheese, which can be a little overpowering. So I do tap off any excess ink off on the side, and I try to start on one side of the dog with a little bit of a heavier hand and let it fade out a little as I blend. Then once again, I'll line up that coordinating cover plate to die cut out all of my puppies. Now I'm going to move on to some foiling. So I picked out a greeting, one from each pack that coordinates with the kits, and I am going to foil these and use them as a main greeting on the front of my card. I am warming up my mini mink by setting it to setting 3, and then I'm going to use the champagne glimmer foil to do my foiling. I am trimming out a piece of foil that's going to fit my sentiment using a long bladed scissors, which I find a lot easier than smaller scissors. And then I'm going to trim that in half, and both of these pieces fit perfectly over the sentiments. I'm going to buff the back side of my foil using a Swiffer cloth and also over the sentiment to remove any dust or particles that may get in between that toner printing and the foil. Then I can place my foil over the top of my sentiment so it is printed side up and the pretty side of the foil facing up. And I place this inside of my carrier sheet with a magic shim. I'm going to feed this through my mini mink machine, and then once it feeds through, I do let it sit for a few seconds to cool off. And now I have a beautifully foiled sentiment. So I'm going to repeat those same steps for my other sentiment by buffing over that with a Swiffer cloth, placing my foil over the top of my sentiment, again, printed side facing up and the pretty side of the foil facing up. And here, once again, I have a card front with a foiled sentiment. I'm going to use the arch stacklets to die cut out both of these panels and holding it in place with my scotch removable tape. And I did make sure to have the arch more towards the top. I want to leave room at the very bottom to have my grouping of animals. So now starting with the cats, I'm going to take my coordinating sentiment for that, which says it's your birthday, go wild or take a nap. And then I arranged a variety of cats down at the bottom, making sure to include the cat that is napping. And then I'm taking a strip of that repositionable scotch tape and I am picking up my arrangement. I added foam squares to the back of it, and then I can place that down at the bottom of my sentiment. There is one that is loose, so I'm just going to attach that with some liquid glue or tape runner. And then I'm going to repeat that same step for the dogs with that coordinating sentiment. And I probably overfilled my dogs, but I really wanted to get in that corgi that is kind of turning around and looking back at you because he is just the cutest. Now I'm going to repeat those same steps. Once everything was lined up, I picked it up with that scotch tape. I added foam strips to the back of this, and then I'm popping that up on the front of my sentiment panel. Now, again, the dogs in the front are not attached, so I'm going to add a tape runner behind those and secure those down in place. And now I have two sentiment panels ready to go. All I need to do is create my backgrounds. So for the card that I'm going to use with the cats, I am using the Tweed background with papaya ink. So I placed that background stamp in my Misty tool. I added a repositionable tape to the back of the cardstock, place that over the background stamp and pick that up with the back of the Misty. And then I'm stamping this in papaya ink for a tone on tone look. I'll repeat these same steps for the background that I'm going to use with the dogs. This time I'm using the Shiplap background and blue cheese cardstock, which I will be stamping in blue cheese ink. I thought the tweed background kind of gave the look of yarn, like a kitty playing with a ball of yarn, and the shiplap background I thought kind of looked like a doghouse. Now I am going to add some splatters. I have a little bit of water mixed with the bleed proof white that I mixed together and I'm splattering onto the backgrounds. Once those panels were dry, I did add them to a side folding card base using a tape runner, and then I placed foam strips on the back of my panel for my sentiment and added that to the front. And I'll do the same thing for my puppies, adding the foam strips to the back of the sentiment and placing that on the front of the panel. I love how both of these cards have a very similar design, which made the card making process go pretty quick, but have two totally different looks to them, one featuring the doggone cute and one featuring the meowin' forever. Both of these kits are now available at tailoredexpressions.com. Thanks for joining.